Welcome back to Running Shoes Guru. My name's Brandon and today I'm reviewing the Nike Zoom Fly 5. Over the past 6 months, the Zoom Fly 4 has been the carbon-plated trainer which I've used the most. It had a really comfortable upper, an aggressive midsole geometry, and most importantly, it just felt like a really fast shoe. I used it so much that I wore it right through the outsole rubber. The Zoom Fly series was in desperate need of a big update because the Zoom Fly 3 and Zoom Fly 4 shared the same sole unit. So with the Zoom Fly 5, we get a complete makeover. It's got a brand new upper, midsole and outsole, and it's now got a full-length ZoomX core inside of it. It now weighs 9.5 ounces, which is 270 grams, and that's ever so slightly less than the Zoom Fly 4, which came in at 9.6 ounces or 272 grams. The best news is that it remains $160 US, which is amazing considering that every other running shoe has gone up by $10 this year. I really didn't enjoy my first 2 runs in the Zoom Fly 5. It felt really sluggish and difficult to pick up the pace, so it felt completely different to the Zoom Fly 4. It also felt firmer than I expected it to feel because when you squeeze the midsole with your fingers, it's really soft to the touch. I also felt no energy return or bounce from the ZoomX core inside the shoe. The positives were that it felt a lot more stable than any previous Zoom Fly, and the upper was extremely comfortable and lockdown was great. The cushioning felt deeper and more substantial than previous Zoom Flies, so I suspected that it would fare much better on long runs. The Zoom Fly 5 has a dual density midsole with a ZoomX core and SR02 foam surrounding it and protecting it as a carrier foam. SR02 is the same foam that's in the Structure 24. Now, the ZoomX that's inside the Zoom Fly 5 isn't the regular ZoomX. It consists of scraps of ZoomX that have been crushed and glued together. It's the same foam that's in the Alphafly Next Nature and the Pegasus Turbo Next Nature. And it feels a lot firmer than the regular ZoomX. So if you were expecting invincible run or Vaporfly levels of bounce, then you'll be very disappointed with the Zoom Fly 5 because the ZoomX, you can't even feel it in this shoe and it feels really flat and unresponsive. The Zoom Fly 5 feels a lot more padded and protective than any previous Zoom Fly, so it makes it a really good long run shoe, and I enjoyed doing my weekend long runs in it. It's got really smooth transitions, and it's got that signature forward tipping Zoom Fly sensation. However, in the Zoom Fly 5, the forward tipping sensation is muted a bit because of the softer midsole. So the geometry doesn't feel as aggressive as before, and it's more difficult to pick up the pace in it. Now, previous versions of the Zoom Fly had a full-length carbon plate, but in the Zoom Fly 5, they describe it as a full-length articulated plate. However, it still has a similar rigidity to previous versions. My favorite new feature of the Zoom Fly 5 is the extra stability because of the wider base. So it makes it much more enjoyable on long runs. The new outsole design is also an improvement. It's got a lot more rubber coverage, so that makes the outsole more durable. And it's also a flatter profile, so that makes transition smoother and more stable. It's got this window in the middle of the outsole where you can see the crushed ZoomX through it. And something really interesting I noticed is that when the road is wet, this plastic window sticks to the surface of the road and you can hear and feel it, but it doesn't affect the ride much. The booty construction upper is gone and in comes more of a traditional upper. I was a little bit sad to see the booty construction gone because the Zoom Fly 4 was one of the very few running shoes that got the booty construction right. This upper feels more like a traditional daily trainer upper with padding in the tongue and in the collar area. So it makes it really comfortable, especially for long runs, but it does make it a warmer shoe. The Zoom Fly 5 has a really comfortable upper with excellent foot lockdown. The Zoom Fly 5 has a true to size fit and it's slightly wider than the Zoom Fly 4. So if you have a wide foot and you found the Zoom Fly 4 too narrow, then you should definitely try the Zoom Fly 5. The Zoom Fly 5 has been transformed from a speed shoe for workouts and tempo runs to a long run shoe. It's got a softer, more cushioned ride, and this makes it more suited to easy paces. It's really difficult to pick up the pace in it. I don't think the Zoom Fly 5 is a good training companion to the Vaporfly Next% 2 anymore because it just doesn't feel aggressive enough and it feels really flat. There's also no bounce and no energy return that comes from the midsole. And this is disappointing because it has ZoomX inside of it. So if you're looking for a training companion to the Vaporfly Next% 2, then you should rather get the Zoom Fly 4 instead because it's firmer and it's a faster shoe. If you've also run in the Zoom Fly 5, let me know if you agree with me down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the review, and please remember to like the video and subscribe to Running Shoes Guru.